down. Humans. Okay, bury the box in the woods.
Yeah. I was thinking that too, where it's like everyone else had like these like grand ideas, like we're gonna put it here in the spire, we're gonna have guards around it at all times, always watching it. And humans are like, anyone watching? Nope. Plop. Like that. Sadly, that's so human. Like, boop, 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 boop. Flash old shines. Is that what this says? Flash old shines.
Old shaming. Old shames.
Oh, okay. Yeah, flash old shames.
I don't remember who old shamed. I don't remember what he was old shaming about. The old ladybug. It's like, she's 100 years old. These are her last moments of life getting on that bus. Just let her on the damn bus. I'm like, what's the old shaming there, buddy? Come on. Oh yeah, and then like the next, the girl he saves, I'm like, man, this chick is loaded. She's got like a classic Cutlass convertible in the city. Like, what does this 20-year-old girl do for a living? Is whatever it is, I want to do it. Oh, in that same scene, speaking of the Flash scene, everyone's going to talk about the glass, obviously, but the tearing out of the shoes what was so cool to me.
I like that he was
it
going
did
so
get
fast.
overshadowed by the glass touching.
But him not having shoes, it's like they kind of focus on that because like he literally burned through his shoes.
He tore out of it. It was a great.
Literally
moment.
tore out his shoes. Because then they go in later talking about the suit that he made and like what it's made of and why it's made that way. Thank you. Like discussion is exactly what I wanted to know. Like when it came to that, like, why does the suit look like that? How did he make the suit?
It took 5 seconds to explain. It was nice.
It took no time to explain it, and it fit. And it was perfect. It's like, oh, that's why he burned out of his shoes. Like
the whole scene with him and Batman was done a little better this time around.
Yeah.
Actually, everything in this whole movie was just done better.
Yeah, it's just good to know that every single thing that I hated about the last one was all Whedon.
Look, man, all right. So I guess what it comes down to, we can kind of summarize it like this if we want to just cut to the chase. Even if someone's vision is long, overdrawn, and indulgent, a singular vision is still always going to be better than a bunch of corporate oversight.
Yeah.
And that's
too many hands in the pot.
This is proof of this. Zack Snyder is not what we wanted to begin with. From the outset, all of us were complaining about it was too broody, too dark. Fine. They were still good enough movies, and letting his vision come to fruition was definitely the way to go because it told a good story. It was satisfying. I want to go watch more of this Snyder universe now.
Now, so do I. Yeah. Like I want more. Like I want there to be a second one now.
I want to see the culmination with him versus Darkseid.
Same here. I want to see more of that. So many throwbacks that they did, like so much fan service, like seeing the tank from Dark Knight Returns. Yeah. They featured that tank.
I would like to see the getting the Green Lanterns involved.
I want to see that. I want to see the Lanterns involved. I definitely want to see more of the Martian Manhunter. Given he looked a little PlayStation 2-ish as well, but
man, I would say
given what we got, there's more than we've ever seen. So I'm happy enough.
Half my life for a live action Blackest Night.
But no, the fan service in this one, I liked it because
you're a fan.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, there was enough of it, but it wasn't overbearing.
Yeah.
Like it was a really good balance of when you saw it, if you saw it, and if you don't get it, didn't matter. It's not like
nothing was detrimental.
Like for instance, the end of the first Avengers movie when it showed Thanos. Mm-hmm. When I saw the movie, no one knew who the fuck that was. Mm-hmm. And because that is like, well, this is going to be the next big bad. Who is this guy? I don't know, because it's just a character that no one knows it. But in for this one, with the way they did the fan service, like if you knew it and you saw it, hell yeah. If you didn't get it, you're not lost.
They didn't put it on display for you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, at least they made with Thanos by making him one of the greatest characters ever. Whenever they actually did bring him around.
When they finally actually gave him room to breathe. Yeah.
Why bother interrogating anybody when you had the mind spiders that hollow project what's in their head?
I didn't even think about that.
But
maybe they needed it because you had to give him a push that thinks to
shows. There is a scene where he does have a mind spider and a guy, and it's just showing a picture of the box. Like, where did you see it? So maybe you need more than that.
So maybe you have to say something to trigger the image. But at the
same time, he put the mind spider on the Atlantean dude, and he showed like fucking blueprints of the whole damn layout of the place. So a little bit of inconsistency on why you should have to interrogate if you've got this little mind spider and what exactly the mind spider can do. But I'm being very ticky-tack at this point. It's whatever. It was a plot point that used to move it along. But it was still kind of silly. It's like, why even have it if you need to interrogate? If you want to have interrogation of people, then interrogate people. Don't have the magic mind spider
maybe
thing.
doing it that way would be better or easier than having an actually like some sort of gruesome torture scene. Because then again,
Well, simply
all this
do
was
however
probably
you want
written
to,
by
but it's
Snyder earlier. And
Well,
it's
that's
like,
fine, but it's inconsistent. Either it works or it doesn't work. Pick one.
yeah, at least be consistent with it. I kind of forgot about the mind spiders, honestly, until you
Mhm.
just brought it up. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot about those things.
Did you ever read Hyperion?
No.
All right, well, never mind. For anyone else for anyone else watching this who read Hyperion, did anyone else think that Steppenwolf had the Shrike armor on, or was that just me? Discuss. So we're talking about Cyborg and his time fleshed out or whatever, man. Like something this movie did do that the other one didn't, the original, the weeded version didn't do, is this one actually drew some genuine emotion from me.
Yes.
Cyborg and the waitress almost made me cry. The waitress who was like having a bad day or like was like had no money and got evicted from her place.
Oh
and
yeah.
He like stacks her money up and then makes sure to put the little like the $11
The amount she still had.
that she still had
on top. Yeah.
It was like that whole bit just was like, oh, I'm not crying, you're crying.
That whole thing was really good.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful little character things that help us build up who these people are inside and who they are as a person.
It's amazing
Right.
how well that worked when you actually give it time to breathe out a bit. And
Mm. Although, I mean, again, it's all too self-indulgent to try and be in one movie. That's why it's 4 hours long. You do it as two, or you actually do, like we keep saying over and over again, that you do the individual movies and you get these scenes in there.
yeah, I think also a lot of it though, because some of these characters may not actually work out as having their own movies. So I think a lot of this was their way of just kind of testing the waters as well.
Well, no, you pick and
'Cause,
choose.
like-
You don't give Hawkeye his own fucking movie, but at the same time, like if there's only 5 of them and you've got a big enough character, you got big enough stories for these 5 characters to have their own movies.
You can
know what
easily
I mean?
put that other character in with you. How they do the Hulk, pretty much.
No, whatever you want to do. but
Outside of the whole distribution.
my
rights
point is,
issues
there's
you
a
got.
lot going on with Cyborg, at least.
Yeah, there
Maybe not
is.
even Flash, but
There's-
Flash got a whole TV series. You don't need Flash, but Cyborg has not had dick except for the Teen Titans and
Doom Patrol.
and he's a great character that could definitely have more. He could have had a movie, I think.
They told his story in Doom Patrol really well too.
Which is more adorable, Steppenwolf's face or Alfred not letting Wonder Woman make her own damn tea?
I loved that scene so much. I can make my own tea, and he's like telling her, he's like, "Water first."
And then he ends up finishing it for her.
And then he still
serving
finishes it. Yeah, I was like,
So
The thing
Alfred.
is-
So Alfred.
it is. And that was the perfect Alfred scene. Like that.
Jeremy Irons was a great Alfred. J.K. Simmons was he looked just like I imagine
He looked
Commissioner
like a
Gordon
good-
looking.
Dude.
But I couldn't stop seeing J. Jonah Jameson.
Same. I keep seeing J. Jonah as well, but I like that they went deeper into his character as well. Cause like handing him like that whole stack of things, like here's all the stuff going on today. He just like throws it in the trash. Whatever. Like I loved it where he knew like, he's like, there's no getting through this. It's fucking Gotham City.
That's funny, but it's
Trash.
not. I don't think that's Jim though. Jim is a little more by the books. You know, Jim does get world weary, and he's very much he understands what he has to do to get things done. He's not.
The proper one probably would have already told everyone, don't tell me. So they would have given him the cards. But
I like.
I loved that scene of him throwing
I
those
did,
trash.
but I think I like Gary Oldman's portrayal better.
Gary
we have
Oldman
more
did a
time,
really good job. Yeah.
Gary Oldman's fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's true.
J.K. Simmons isn't either. He's the best yellow M&M ever. So we're talking about badass scenes and stuff, man. As far as visuals, you're talking about Zack Snyder's visuals earlier. I think visually one of my favorite moments in the movie was the falling rocks after the like kind of the end of the first 2 hours after they got done with they're fighting under the aqueduct area or whatever,
Mhm.
and they rescue Cyborg's dad and all the other scientists. And as they're coming out, those rocks start to fall, and Flash just goes and catches them all. But all you have it like in real time, and all you see is like the smoke and just him like lightning strikes moving around.
Yeah.
That was one of the coolest things ever. Cause like it reminded me of like when they describe in mythology, like the gods and the clouds fighting and just kind of like flashes of human forms
just flashes of light, yeah.
within the clouds and the lightning. That's what it reminded me of. And
Yes.
Zack Snyder is so obsessed with making these characters into gods, especially Superman.
Well, that's how a lot of DC treats their bigger characters anyway, as gods among men.
Yeah.
So it's
Well, I mean, come on. Kingdom Come is basically they're all standing around there. You could substitute them for Ares, Hermes,
Yeah, you
Zeus.
could.
I mean, it's the Greek gods just as a pantheon.
that's all it is.
It's
yeah.
a pantheon shot.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's all it is. But yeah, no, that shot was amazing. And I also like that he was so fast. He got them all, but there's still that one that Cyborg managed to catch. And it's like,
it probably was. I think everyone's going to talk about the hot dog and it was cute and saving the girl in the glass and stuff. And even we brought up a point of that I think most people missed was the shoes. This was my favorite Flash moment. As far as visually goes.
It was definitely one of my favorites too. Like I liked the
Superman Flash fight's great.
Yeah, I like that.
To beat. It's hard to beat because it's so good. And the turning and looking.
And the way of doing it was they just slowed it all down. So it's like it's happening kind of real time, even though it was faster than light. But at the same time, yeah, that was good. But I definitely like the Rock scene the most.
The visuals with the Rock was just absolutely stunning.
With him at the end running to turn back time like that. That was cool as hell too. You
know what would be kind of cool? Speaking of gimmicky shit that everyone does, I would watch, and I don't know that I would watch a full-length feature on it, maybe probably like a 30-minute short or something. Say you took like an invasion thing, like the first Avengers movie, like the aliens storming the city, but you shoot it like Cloverfield from the point of view of people with their cell phones. So you only see their superheroes like you see the Flash in that scene, like a god who comes out of nowhere and does these spectacular things and he's just gone.
Poof, gone. Yeah. That would be cool as hell. So it'd be more like Chronicle then.
Oh, yeah, Chronicle.
Like Chronicle was, yeah.
But you're not getting it. You're not getting the superheroes
them following them around. Yeah. Instead, you're watching other people doing it while everything's happening. That would be cool.
So you're just seeing like on the distance.
That would be awesome. Something like that. And then the budget be a lot lower too.
Yeah. You just need like
you wouldn't have to invest in all these like costumes shit. Just
nice little clip art in the background, special effects. Yeah.
Batman swung by. Where'd he go? Lost him. Like,
yeah.
That'd be cool. Yeah. I like that.
You know, you make it brutal. People are trying to run down a fire escape. The door gets kicked open. It's a parademon. Batman comes in. He's just beating the guy's ass. And then they're like,
and you're just like this close to the fucking parademon. Yeah.
And then they're just swinging out the window and they're gone to the next scene, you know?
Yeah, that'd be cool as hell.
It almost would feel like it would almost feel like one of those interactive Disney rides.
Yeah.
But like movie form.
Like you just see like the head of the parademon, like you open the door, bam, there it is. Its head explodes because Superman just punched it and he grabs you and flies away. It's all first person view being picked up and whisked on top of a building somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm pitching this movie, guys.
Come on. Hardcore Henry meets Justice League. I'm saying.
Meets Cloverfield, yeah.
Bam. Hot Dolphin.
Hot Dolphin.
The one question I do have design-wise about this movie is why is Superman's shit made out of vaginas?
It did kind of look like H.R.
Not kind
Geiger.
of. The scene where he's walking in the hallway and they're all just right up behind him, just like a giant row of vaginas behind him. They were kind of looking like vaginas. Those were giant vagina walls.
Was it like that in Man of Steel? I don't remember.
I don't remember either, but those were some vagina walls, straight up, man.
I'm going to have to check that out.
You can play about things being too phallic, but these were some straight up pussy walls.
Like maybe they were going with like an H.R. Geiger flip book or something. And it's like, oh, let's make the ship look like this. This looks cool.
Well, we'll wrap this up real quick. So I'm just going to burn through my notes here real quick because I'm ready to be done with this. We've been sitting here for over an hour. And I'm hot under these lights. I want to smoke a cigarette and other things. All right. Other than I got Batmobile was cool. It's like, thanks, Cody. Thanks for those notes you left yourself.
It's like my notes. Of course, my notes usually don't make any sense.
And then Batman fighting is fun. It was fun to see Batman fighting.
It was good. There was a lot less of the shoot 'em up that we got from Batman v Superman. Thank God.
I like Batfleck's heavy striking style though.
Same. I like that. Like he's going in straight for just knocking you out.
He just looks like a shit brick house. It looks like everything is just solid whenever he punches. So
very much like Dark Knight Returns. So like that worked for me.
Like that. Let's see what else we got here. Else things we like. Oh, towards the end when Flash runs back time. Spoilers. Watching the ground roll back in front of him.
Yes.
God, man, Flash had some of the best visual moments in the movie. He really did.
And they took them all out of the fucking weeded version. Like,
shoes,
those were some of the coolest things. Like
the lightning strike, the rolling back of the time and the ground. Like Flash seriously had the best visual effects in the movie. His scenes had the best.
There was some serious good individual character moments that all got scrapped.
Yeah, Flash, my least favorite character. He plays one of the best.
He was my least favorite in the weeded version for sure. But he easily became one of my favorites in this one.
In this version, Cyborg had more screen time than Batman and Superman did.
Yeah. Because his character had more depth, because we already knew Batman. We already know Superman.
No, it's true.
I mean, at this point, Superman was already dead. So yeah, absolutely. We needed to see these other characters more.
It was nice.
And it worked. And that's the thing is, it worked.
Yeah.
It's just amazing when you let someone finish what they were starting.
This will never happen again, though.
Oh, definitely not.
This will never happen again. This will be the one and only time we'll get to see someone's vision for something big like this. You'll get people's visions in art house films, but as far as a major Hollywood film, first of all, they're probably dead. Who knows if we're going to get blockbusters in the next 2 or 3 years, or if those things are just gone now. And this is just the death throes of it. But yeah, this was just a perfect storm, or the most terrible storm of catastrophic events.
You
that
had
led to
enough
him being
fan
able to do this.
backlash saying we want to see the Snyder cut, and everyone joked about it, and the joke kept happening, and then it became reality. Pretty expensive one at that, because it cost him millions to do. And
It just what you should kick yourself for is that you could have done this in the first place.
you
and
could
saved
have
yourself the
easily
damn
done it in the
stress.
first place. And guess what? Everyone would have loved it, and you wouldn't be in this boat now. But
Everyone would have loved it, but they definitely would have been the backlash there was to it now. It would have been, they probably would have said better things about it than they said about Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
And we probably would have wanted to keep watching movies and kept seeing the stuff, but it probably would have been like, oh, it's not as good as Marvel, but it's not bad. It's better than the other ones. And I'm looking forward to see what they do with Darkseid next. That would have been the attitude.
that would have been the attitude, yes. Also, I'm also wondering how much of our loving this movie or liking this movie, some people didn't love it. Some people just thought it was good. I actually kind of loved it. But then again, Darkseid fanboy here. But
Dude, you know how I felt when I'm going to say this, and it's going to make me sound like an asshole for 5 seconds, but I've loved Deadpool since I was a little kid. Not since everyone found out who Deadpool was.
Yeah.
I've always known who Deadpool was, and I've always loved it. The day that they started doing rumors about Deadpool movies, and it took, like, seriously, for a better part of a decade, it would be me checking to see if that was actually getting made or if it was ever going to happen. And it seemed like it never was going to happen. The day it happened, joygasm.
yeah. Yeah. I was so excited to hear
So I
Dark
get
Side.
it,
Yeah. So like for me, I don't know how much of this, good news from this movie is actually people really liking the movie, or they're just happy it's better than the old one. Like that's the thing is, are people comparing it like apples to oranges here, or is it
It's
like
the Venom effect. Was the Tom Hardy movie good, or was it just better than Topher Grace?
exactly? That's what I'm wondering is like where are we at right now in this? Because this is still pretty fresh in our minds, and I know for a fact I'm still comparing it to others.
This is it taken as a 4-hour thing instead of 2 individual 2-hour movies. It's bloated, indulgent, and should be unnecessary because they should have taken their time before they got to this point. Unfortunately, they are where they are, and he had to do what he had to do to make it all make sense. And it became this giant bloated mess. But it's kind of a good, entertaining, giant bloated mess that I would watch again. Matter
Yeah.
of fact, I've watched it twice already, and I'd watch it a third time, and I probably will. And I would love to keep going on with these stories. I want to see Batfleck and Cavill fight Darkseid now.
So do I. I was so looking forward to that, and I was like, oh wait, this isn't gonna happen.
I want to see Jared Leto as the Joker again. I never thought I'd say that shit.
Same thing. I heard he's going to be doing a role as a Joker. I'm like, oh God, here we go again. But the way he played it was so good. I am astounded that I actually liked seeing him as the Joker.
All right, wrapping up our notes here. We can finish this off. My final little notes on here is one of them is Willem Dafoe is distractingly famous.
That's what I kept thinking. Is like, oh, there's Willem Dafoe again.
Yeah,
I don't know who his character was. I don't know who he played.
Orm is the brother.
Yeah,
Voltaire or something.
Yeah, he played somebody. All I know is it's Willem Dafoe underwater with long hair. Let's see. Luther, Wade Wilson. That's the only scene I did not like.
No, they look like CW characters. That looked like
It's-
CW quality. I liked Luther's suit. It was very fly, but Jesse Eisenberg is the wrong person for Lex Luthor, and he always will be.
He should not be playing Luthor at all.
No.
That it's a terrible decision.
The dude from Smallville was a better choice.
Oh, he was so much better. So much better. Scrap it. What they should have done was had that, when they go to check on Luthor and it's not him in there, that's where they should have stopped it.
Oh, yeah, that would have been better.
They should have ended there where it's like, oh shit, where did he go? Leave it open-ended. Instead of showing him on this yacht and with Deathstroke, who they did not show whatsoever in any other, didn't even mention.
I thought that was going to be Victor Zsasz for a second.
Zaz.
You know his name? Is it Victor Zsasz? Zaz. I thought it was going to be Zaz for a
There's
second.
Zaz, yeah.
Whenever they saw the guy like laughing with the bald head and thing, I thought they were going to cut up to him and see like the little tally marks on him. I thought it was going to be Zaz.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, but no.
Yeah, but they should have just scrapped that whole scene. Like
Yeah,
it just
Kind of hard to go to a serial killer being the big threat once you're facing the world dominating, Dark side, I suppose. All right. Overall, this was something that's worth watching and something that's worth seeing and something that should have been made from the beginning. It should have been a 2-part the way you do like they did the Deathly Hollows. It should have been split in half.
That's a good example. Yeah, like Deathly Hollows, because those kind of had a different vibe, 1 and 2.
You could have done this whole thing and split it up right after their first confrontation with Steppenwolf. So I didn't dislike the Whedon version. It was okay, but it wasn't anything that I didn't care to keep going. If it ended there, I was fine with it.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, whatever.
But
I was very so whatever with it. But now it feels like we were robbed like 2 years ago.
Yeah, this is my ultimate thing on it. I want to keep going with this story.
I want to see this play out.
I want more of this.
I want to see it play out for sure.
We have as good of odds as this continuing as we do seeing Ryan Reynolds Deadpool in the MCU.
I thought they were already in talks on that.
That's what I'm saying.
I thought they already got a thing going for that.
Do they?
I thought so.
That's news to me because I don't see Feige putting rated R MCU.
Oh, it's probably not going to be rated R now.
Then you can't do it because they said initially that if they did Deadpool, they were going to keep it rated R because
they'd have to.
You understand what you have, fuckers.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah,
just go put it out under Miramax or Lionsgate or whatever fucked up company you own to do all your weird shit. Guys, thank you so much for joining us on this episode of Ramble On or this episode of Reanimated disguised as a Ramble On. Whatever. Please please subscribe. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, all that good crap. I think Reggie does that stuff once a month, so there might be something on there. I don't know. Man, any final thoughts on this?
I totally recommend it. I still say DC Universe top 3 for me.
Yeah,
Shazam, Wonder Woman, and the Snyder Cut, definitely top 3 DC films.
Yeah, that's not hard. I mean, if you're excluding the Nolan trilogy.
Oh, I'm talking about this DC EU stuff.
You got you.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the
Just
Nolan
clarify.
ones. That Dark Knight Rises all the way.
Yeah, because if you just do all DC movies, then the Joker goes up in there goes above.
Oh yeah, in the case I put Joker in. Yeah, you don't want to do that. No, just the DCEU stuff. It's definitely top 3 for me.
Yeah.
Weird. I never thought I'd say that about a Snyder film. Never thought I'd say that, but goddamn.
Yeah, I really would like I'd like a proper Batfleck movie with Jared Leto playing not the gangster version, playing this version.
This version for sure is so much better.
Harley can come in, Margot Robbie can come in and play whatever side she wants to, with Joker, without Joker.
Doesn't matter.
Both versions of Harley are fun.
Yep.
Good and bad Harley are both fun characters.
They work and she plays it well. I have no complaints whatsoever with that.
So do it. Just do it. Do it.
Come on.
Put me at the Charlotte buff. Do it.
Do it.
All right, guys. Thank you so much, man. And I don't know. Go watch the Snyder Cut and say hi to your mother for me.